Hi guys, so I am back. Kind of been a little MIA here. I had done, had a couple videos uploaded and then realized I had a bunch of sensitive information on it and I couldn't quite seem to cut that out without like basically ruining the video, so I just ditched it. So I'm back and I will say, don't mind my hand. Dealing with some issues with my thyroid autoimmune disorder, and so everything's a little puffy today, but we're just gonna press in and move on. So anyway, just showing you my two main personal planners today, and both of these are Gillios. These are currently the only Gillios that I own. I have sold my others. My other planners that I own right now are custom Vander specs, and I have, reasons why I like both companies. I like both for different reasons, and but these two planners right now are what are working for me, and so I figured we would just go through them. So a lot of you watching my last videos know that I had a blue ostrich printed blue ostrich Gillio that I loved, but the ink was coming off of it in lots of spots and it was transferring to everything in my bag. So Gillio took it back and gave me a credit, and I did end up losing out some money because the printed was more money, and they gave me a credit back, but because there was money left over, I basically just lost it. So whatever. I mean, it took so long to send it back and to get the credit that I just didn't care at that point. I was like, whatever, just give me my credit so that I can get one and have a planner again. So I ordered from Gillio the Apaka draft. I can't remember if it's just like dark blue, or I don't think it's considered a navy. Those of you that know Gillio a lot better will know the exact name of this blue, so I apologize for not knowing, but it is the darkest blue that they currently have in their lineup right now for the Gillio Appuntos. And let me show you this, because this one came with lots of texture, which I didn't think I would like, but I really do. And hopefully you can kind of see those lines there. Let's see if I can get, like right in here. And it's just like different, variations in the leather that kind of took the dye up a little differently. And then there's a lot of pebbling down on the bottom, which is for me new in a polka leather, however you say it. Because this one that I have, see how smooth it is? See, that's pretty smooth. So it is definitely a stark contrast between this one that's super pebbly, which I do like it. I didn't think I would, but I do. When I first opened it, I was like, oh my. but now it's definitely grown on me. So, it has lots of variation there. So let's just get right into it, because I've already ranted for 3 minutes. So very similar as far as, it has the same popper. And I basically just did kind of the same setup. So I used the same thing that I had in my other one, and I put all of the same stuff here as, so I have in this side, I have my if found card, and then I have my little post-it notes, and I have my washi cards and my cute little planner girl, and this one here was one that my daughter made. And then a lot of the artwork that's on here is Allie Brown, just because I love her stuff. So I just kind of, and I'm one of her patrons, so I just went ahead and, printed off some of her stuff from her Patreon, and that's there. Always making sure you give the artist proper credit. And so this is just notes, and this one I haven't really started using yet, so it's pretty blank. I have a scripture card in the back, and this is a Chic Sparrow personal size Not sure if it's the old size or the new size, but it's a personal dashboard anyway. And then here is my weeks, and again, Ellie Brown, and then this is again my daughter. Her name is Doodle Lulu, and so you certainly can check her out on Instagram. She does have an Etsy shop, which she has closed right now because she wasn't really selling much, so she decided to take the listings out just so that, you know, she wasn't incurring charges for not selling. So, and then this is my hobo weeks, and you can see it's getting kind of thick, and I think maybe halfway through it. Yeah, probably about halfway through. This one's a spring start, so but it is getting pretty thick. And then another little Target spot little adhesive there, and then just the regular. And I took out the Gillio pen because I don't really use it that much, and I did buy a color that would go in a different planner, and so I mostly just use my mild liner for checking stuff off, and I use my Fitmeister for my, it's a 5, yeah, it's 5 colors, so I can use different colors. Don't currently have anything in the back pocket because look how stuffed it is. So this is really stuffed, and the popper, yeah, let me change hands here. The popper kind of barely closes. I mean, it does, but barely. And some of that's too, like, I use the clips, as you can see the clip in there for the pen loop, and that does add some weight, I mean some thickness. So yeah, you know, so it ends up being pretty thick at the bottom. But so that's my Appunto Slim, Gillio Appunto Slim. So then still using my A6 as my health tracker, and I love it because it's, you know, it's nice and small and easily portable, so I can take it in and out to my many doctor's appointments that I have for this darn autoimmune disorder. And switching my hands, yeah, see, you can see my hives, they're really bad today. Probably shouldn't be videoing, but so still using this the same. Let me open it like this. So this is my, what I call my wellness journal. Really, it's just my dump of all information. This just helps me process being sick too, because having this illness has been pretty depressing. Try not to get teary-eyed about it. So yeah, so it's been tough, and having, you know, a different journal that really is just relating to being sick and the parts of being sick is helpful for me to process it and just get it out on paper and feel like I've vented about being bounced, you know, from doctor to doctor and so on and so forth. So it's a journey, and it's a frustrating journey for me because I'm not kind of getting anywhere. So yeah, so it can be frustrating, but anyway, so having this as like my one-stop shop, so to speak, for dumping all of my thoughts and my information has been really good. So I'm using these side tabs here mostly for the cards for my physicians that I have to see, and you can see there's a few. There's actually one more that's not in here, and I just have this for the little stationary flags. So that just kind of helps me in case I have spots that I have to jump to. I don't think, oh no, yes I do. I have some tracker stickers in there. And so that's my journal part. And then this is the hobo. So let's see. So, I mean, you guys are going to see a little bit of sensitive information in here. I'm on the internet and I am sharing stuff with you. So I just ask that you be respectful as possible. It's not like I put a ton of stuff, but still. So just opening it up to days that I had. So let's see. So, you know, basically I'm using, this seems to be working for me, but the only thing that's not working is the exercise part, because I just haven't been doing any of it because I feel like crap. So when you feel so awful, you just don't feel like exercising, and I know that's not good, but you know, so I'm keeping it there because I need to be accountable, and I need to get back into it. It's just been tough. So I am tracking all of my foods, and some of that too is so that I have an idea of if I'm reacting to foods or whatnot. I'm writing down, I've kind of been on chronic prednisone and trying to get off it. Getting off it is, you know, obviously causing a lot of issues, and so it's just a matter of me trying to figure stuff out. So I'm writing a lot of information about that down each day, and it's just helping me, you know, get some of that done. So anyway, I did do this, which I did have like a pull-out tracker in here I was using, but I kind of figured, since I'm using this for all my health and wellness, why not do my tracking for like my symptoms in this as well? So it just made more sense. So because I'm terrible at drawing straight lines, I mean, bad, I'm really bad. Like I can do it here because of all the grids, but otherwise I'm awful at it. So I found an A6 printable habit tracker from, I want to say she has two names. I only can remember her as List Lab on Etsy, but I know that she has like a JL design or something like that. So anyway, this is a sideways A6 tracker, and so what I did was I printed it on sticker paper, and then I just cut it to size so I knew it would fit in here, and there you go. So that just makes it so easy for me, because it's got to be easy, or else I'm not going to be tracking it if it takes me 2 days to draw in a tracker. So this is perfect. And I did just put like a slim magnet clip in here just so that it's easy for me to find that tracker day. And I need to, usually I might not necessarily do it every single day. I will make sure that all the days are filled. So usually I might like go back to my information that I've written in here or in here to help me remember what types of symptoms I was physically having. And all of these that are listed are very common for thyroid disease, for Graves and or Hashimoto's, and so I kind of mostly listed most of the ones that are the most common, and I'm just tracking if I have any of those. So and it won't be long before I find other ones and fill it up. But anyway, so that's working really good. So, you know, if you guys are looking for the A6 and, you know, you want to do it as a health tracker, this is really a good way to do it and make it quick. And yes, will it bulk it up over time? It will, because it's, you know, it's stickers. And I am using stickers in a few spots, and it does kind of bulk it a little bit. Oops. You can see in certain spots where I use the stickers most frequently, it's bulking it. But I don't have a ton in here other than one book and this, so I think it'll still be okay, and it's still closing pretty well. So, so that's pretty much it. You know, kind of already showed you those, and I try to do a little bit at a time as far as, you know, filling it in. So like, let me see, I'll show you. I just kind of, like here. So see, I've only done some things. So then I'll literally like spend an hour or so, and Sunday is usually, it's, you know, my day of rest. So I do usually take some time to do some of my planning stuff for the week on Sunday. And so then I'll like do these boxes for like 6 weeks, you know, and then I'll do stamping or what, you know, whatever else. And I kind of do it so that I can get ahead of the game. I have not a whole lot left before I need to be done, you know, have some more done again. So I'll probably do some of this today. And then here is like my empty health tracker for the month of September. So that, you know, that's going to work really well for me. I think I'm excited about that. And haven't done anything. So the only thing I'm tracking in monthly is my period. Sorry guys, for any guys that might be watching this. Just being real. So just tracking, you know, in the monthly calendar, and, you know, tracking things so that I know how many days and how heavy and blah blah blah. So because again, that's another part of thyroid issues. So that's the only thing I'm writing in here, because it's just easier to have a quick glance and look at it, because they ask me frequently when I go to the doctors. But these days, because I really only started doing this a little bit ago, are still empty. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I haven't decided. So really probably should just use it for, you know, taking notes or whatever. But yeah, I just haven't done anything with that yet. So, and I don't think there's really nothing in the back. I have, you know, this would be my information. Then I do have a dollar spot. I haven't done anything with this yet. I was gonna do a printout of my doctors and their phone numbers and slide it in here so that I have that with me all the time. And then I do have the common stickers that I use that are in my things, and I like this one. This is just the photograph sleeve from Hobonichi. So it works good for shoving some stickers in there. And because this is totally functional, and then I have I still need to get a slimmer like hobo one, but I'm waiting for the September release. When I'm gonna, I think, buy another week's, and obviously I'll buy another one of these for next year. I'll wait and get the ruler at the same time, because it's too much money to spend in shipping for that. So yes, so that's that. And I do use the back pocket for lab slips, and, you know, like when the doctors give you the rundown of how the appointment went and stuff like that. So I do use that. So, you know, it's awesome for anybody that has chronic illness, because, you know, there's so much information that we need to give the doctors all the time, that literally you just take this little bugger and shove it in your bag, and then you take it out for when they ask you the 10 million questions. You're armed with the information that you need all in one place. So I'm not trying to dig in here and see what I wrote and then dig in here. So my decision was to go all in with this one for everything. So literally I just take this with me and I use it to be able to, you know, talk to the doctors about things. You could even do the same thing with just basic health. Like, you know, if you're not somebody that's sick and you don't need to go to the doctors, but you want to, you know, it might be a little too small for planning, but you want to use it for tracking, you know, exercise and food intake and those types of things. I really like it. I've really been enjoying these Appuntos. I do have a custom Vanderspec being made currently, and it is definitely, it's a play off of the Gillio Appunto. So absolutely love this, but there is a couple things that I wish were slightly different, and heck, we're here. We'll go through it really quick. So one of them is the ability to put at least a single notebook, which, yes, this works, but it does also bulk it up a little bit. And I would love to just have, you know, strings in the leather so that I could slide a notebook in. Could I rivet it and do it myself? Yeah, I could, but I'm not gonna, because I'm terrible at that stuff. So I'm having a custom one made. It is going to be a smidge, and when I say a smidge, I mean I'm talking millimeters taller, because I do like, I like using my cover uncover, which some people don't care. They feel like they don't need it because, you know, this is their protection. But I like it for a few things. One, I can put artwork in it, and two, I use, you know, like the plastic part to put sticky notes for my inbox. So I like having that. So I made the next one just a couple millimeters, a few millimeters taller, so that I can slide it in easier, because this is a super tight fit in the Gillio. And then what else did I do? I made it a little bit wider as well, so that it can accommodate for my stuffing, because I obviously have a lot of stuff. And I also, trying to think what else I did. You know, it's going to be the same thickness, so a nice, you know, a nice sturdy, thick strap like Gillio's, because I love their strap. And I am doing very similar bookmarks. They're not going to be their Vanderspix regular leather. They're going to do ribbon ones for me that are similar to this, just so they're more flexible. And I think that's pretty much it. So it's going to look very similar to this. It's not going to have the square corners like Gillio. I love Gillio's square corners, but a lot of people were saying over time that they were having issues with them getting more and more, and that the rounded ones don't wear quite as much. So I did just go with their regular, more rounded corners. So it will be a smidge taller and a smidge wider, and so I think that will be perfect for me. But in the meantime, this is working totally fine, and that's why I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a second weeks, because I'm still gonna use this even after. Because I have other things that I can use it for as well, use another weeks for as well. So the other one will have a lot less in it, you know, so when I have this one, I can take a bunch of this stuff out, and it will probably just be a regular weeks in here, which will be more than plenty of room. But the other one that I'm ordering will definitely be more stuffed, and so it will accommodate, because you can see the poppers kind of tight. You know, I mean, it closes, but it is tight. So, so definitely for the stuffing that I do in it, it needs to be a little bit wider. And it was funny, because I was reading a comment from one of my last videos, and I think I had probably said something about I went a little Rita Weaver, and I did, because I love how she incorporates things that make her happy in her planner, and I am doing the same thing. You know, I want to do some stuff that brings me joy, so when I open it up, I get excited and I want to keep using it. That is important to me. So so yeah, I don't go super crazy, and everybody does what makes them happy, and everybody puts, you know, what they want in theirs. I did find that I got a lot of joy out of putting pictures of my family in mine, so that was a great idea, you know, that I found that she had when she had her weeks set up before. I loved that, so that's, you know, why, yes, I copied her. So anyway, but that's that, and hopefully this was a helpful video, and you guys, you know, got something out of it. If you have any questions, or if there's something else that you would like to see, just comment down below, and I will be more than happy to give it a whirl. All right, bye.